Gemini, I really feel like you are finding your spark again. It is such a beautiful energy as I'm tuning in with all of you. I get the sense of rebirth, of rejuvenation, of change. And I did pull the Phoenix card here, which often is the symbol of a rebirth, of a renaissance. You are being reborn, you are reawakening to something. And it feels like you are more alive than you have felt in a very long time, or that is a transformation that you are going through soon. And whenever I see the Phoenix, this isn't always an easy energy. We often talk about rebirth as something that is glorious and wonderful, but the reality is there can sometimes be fire. There can be things that are lost and destroyed in that process. And so if it feels like things are very challenging for you right now, Gemini, do not lose faith. Do not lose hope. You are becoming more of yourself, perhaps, than you have ever been before. I did also pull the octopus card as well. Some of you have been dimming your light in order to stay in relationships or situations that are no longer resonant for you. You've been trying to make people happy who just aren't able to be happy. And that's exhausting. That is draining your life force. And I feel like you are recognizing this right now. You cannot dim yourself to make somebody else shine brighter. It just will not work. And I do feel like there may be a need to have boundaries with somebody, especially someone who is prying or insecure. And I do feel like someone who's very sensitive but might misinterpret certain cues. They over-personalize things. That feels like an energy some of you are dealing with. And I feel like you're kind of prioritizing this relationship in a different way. I'm not telling you you outright need to cut this person out of your life, that they can't be a part of your life in any way. But it does feel like there needs to be a shift in how you're approaching these kinds of relationships or situations. Okay, Gemini? And I really feel like, unfortunately, sometimes when you go through this almost new lease on life, this rebirth, this regeneracy, it does upset people. It makes people feel insecure with where they are at. They might feel like they are losing you. So that could potentially be an energy or a dynamic for some of you. I am so curious to see what the tarot has to say, but I am very excited by this energy nonetheless. Even if there is a little something kind of in the outskirts here, I don't feel like that at all eclipses this new beginning that you are going through. And while I'm shuffling the cards here, I do just want to quickly announce that I'm running a sale on my website. You can get 20% off all of my services through the holiday season using the code Good Tidings. I cannot believe we're already in 2026 already, but now is an excellent time to get a reading for the year ahead or to start off the year in the aligned energy for you with some energy healing sessions. So book those while you can. You can find the link in the description for my website as well as all of my other social media accounts. There are also links for monthly or one-time donations for those of you who feel so called and want to support me in that way. But I really just appreciate all the support you give this channel with your likes, shares, comments, and subscribes. So thank you for that. What are the messages that we have for Gemini? Come on now. What are the messages that we have? Wow. Yeah, you've been really, really connecting with yourself. You've been going through a very spiritual phase with the Queen of Cups and the High Priestess, or that's something that you've been needing to do. You've been in this process of connecting to your own soul. The Queen of Cups is someone who's very, very attuned and honestly can sometimes lack boundaries. She's so sensitive to the energy around her. She might not even realize where she ends and another person begins, especially as it comes to emotions. And so perhaps that is a discernment for some of you, kind of navigating boundaries. But nonetheless, the Queen of Cups is as intuitive as the High Priestess, and both of these cards just came out together. So I really feel like a lot of you are going through some sort of spiritual renaissance or rebirth or spiritual awakening. And I feel like you're almost reconnecting to the why in your life. What is your reason for living? What is your reason for getting up in the day? Maybe you don't even have those answers right now, but you're searching for them. You're looking for them. Those are things to really soul search right now. This is actually a great way to think of these cards. I feel like you have been soul searching. And the card that actually came out after these two was the Moon, which kind of does feel also very much like navigating through something, connecting to your intuition. Maybe some of you have been going through a bit of a dark night of the soul. I feel like a lot of you have also needed to change patterns in relationships from your childhood. Maybe some of you had narcissistic parents or parents who over-identified with your success or how you were feeling, and that shaped the way that you maneuver through the world. But with the Moon, this feels like you're making the unconscious conscious in your life, and you are glowing. You are changing. It's never too late to go through this transformation or rebirth. I feel like that is also something that's important to say here. But with the Moon, I do feel like some of you have been going through a period that has been kind of defined by some major loss or grief or uncertainty. That is what a dark night of the soul is when we use that term. You're going through some kind of spiritually transformative loss or change in your life that is fundamentally shaping the way that you move through the world. And so I feel like you've been doing some very deep spiritual work, healing on very, very deep levels. But I do think that is something that is going to benefit you. We do have the Two of Cups coming in here, which is actually quite beautiful. Maybe there is a connection that is in the horizon for you, or the deepening of a commitment. The work you are doing is bringing you closer to another party, to another person, to a group of people, maybe just to everyone in general. You're letting your light shine. You're not afraid to do that anymore. And I feel like you are just glowing. As I say that, the lighting was just so bright on me. You are glowing, Gemini. And this can also just represent bringing in different aspects of yourself into unity, into alignment, kind of merging what seems to be opposites. And so I do feel like there is simultaneously this energy of integration that is happening at this time as well. I feel like some of you are really learning what healthy relationships can look and feel like, which we love to see. Yeah, we do have the Three of Cups as well. So I feel like there's a lot of connection that's actually happening here, because the Three of Cups often does indicate things like friendships, groups of people, celebrations. It feels like you're finally coming out of the world after being in a cave for some time, if I'm being perfectly honest. I didn't pull the Hermit, but I'm almost getting this energy that's been one of solitude, or just feeling like there's a lot going on inside of yourself. Even if you haven't been retreating or withdrawing, there's been a very strong internal focus, but something feels very joyful, very connected right now. And so I really encourage you to connect with people, to maybe say yes to things you wouldn't ordinarily if it means that you're getting yourself out into the world around new people or with people that you love. I really I'm so happy to see this for you. What else do we have for Gemini? Wow, yeah, we have the Ten of Cups. There is a big shift here that's helping you feel happier and more fulfilled in your life. And for some of you, maybe there is some kind of outward achievement, maybe something you've been working towards, but I almost feel like you are changing your definition of what it means to be happy. Especially if you thought you needed to be happy in a certain job or a certain kind of relationship. There's actually the potential that you made certain choices in your life because of your upbringing, or because of what society told you to do. Like, your life needs to look this way. And I feel like you're finding true, authentic, genuine happiness. And that may or may not look the way you expected it to. And I really do feel that. I also feel like some of you are realizing a dream. Maybe even part of this epiphany for you is this recognition, like, my dreams aren't just going to happen to me. I need to move through the world. I also need to share this with people. I really feel like now is a great time to do some networking as well, if I can be honest. Any Any other messages for Gemini at this time? For some of you, I mean, to be honest, some of you might even be lining up with a relationship that could potentially lead to a long-term commitment, like a marriage or something akin to that. But it could also be non-traditional too, which is sort of interesting. Maybe there's even like a non-monogamous thing going on for some of you. But I just feel this sense of happiness. And it's almost like it doesn't matter what other people think. You're happy. You're joyful. And the Two of Pentacles in the future, some kind of change or transition. Maybe some of you are moving or changing jobs or changing into a different phase in your life. We have this beautiful butterfly, which is all about the emerging of something, a transformation that is taking place. And this is also a continuous process. We see sort of this infinity symbol here and just kind of embracing the evolution of what it means to be alive. Maybe some of you have felt stagnant. Maybe some of you felt like your life has been fixed. But I feel like by saying the things that might scare you, by sharing yourself and being more vulnerable, it's opening doors for you. It's bringing movement into your life again. Be the agent of change. Be the person who opens doors. Be the person who says the thing that needs to be said. And sometimes by just sharing what you are feeling, it empowers other people to do the same. It gives people permission. And that's kind of what I'm getting with this Two of Cups and the Three of Cups. You are transforming and transformative. Anything else for Gemini at this time? Any closing messages or anything that can help us make this just a little more specific? We do have the Page of Wands. So yeah, again, you are really just following your passion and feeling alive again. The Page of Wands has this zest for life. There's this sense of possibility. There's this sense of all that could be and all the things you want to do. And sometimes there's even a little bit of a naivety attached to this card, but it feels like reconnecting to your inner child. That part of you that just wants to be and wants to do. Wow. And the Ace of Cups. I'm going to be honest, some of you might be connecting to someone who is younger than you or someone who has a very youthful energy to them, and that's kind of inspiring you right now. And while this could be romantic for some of you, I also could really see this being a friend or being a platonic connection too. Whoever this person is, though, it feels like there is this renewal. And again, it could be a romantic connection. It really, really could. So I'm curious to hear in the comments down below if this is somehow a connection for you. But I feel like, if nothing else, this is about you connecting to your own heart, your own passions, your own inner child, and almost letting that light shine that you weren't able to when you were younger, or previously, you weren't able to until now. And I really get a strong, love connection here, which is just so, so beautiful. And it kind of makes sense because astrologically speaking, we are about to experience a full moon in your opposite sign in Sagittarius. Now, this is a general message, so maybe this isn't the case at the time you are watching this, but regardless, the energy could still be the same. The dynamic could still be the same. Or maybe there is some sort of callback to December of 2025, which is when I'm recording this, right at the beginning of the month. We do have a full moon. I think it's on the 4th or the 5th. I'm not entirely sure. So if someone wants to comment that down below, that would be wonderful. But I feel like there is just this sense of renewal, and honestly, it feels connected to relationships for a lot of you, because that's what Sagittarius represents. And I mean, we are in Sagittarius. I'm sorry, the full moon is in your sign. So you're going through a transformation, a shift, but we have the Sun and Venus in Sagittarius right now that's very involved in the full moon in your sign. So you quite literally are lighting up. Again, I love this beautiful energy. Any other blessings for Gemini at this time? Two of Wands. You're finally able to look forward to things again. And I don't think you've been able to do that for some time. with the moon, if I'm being honest. It's been a lot of like trusting and having faith and letting go, maybe not feeling sure about what's coming next, where your life is taking you. But this feels very, very hopeful. And you are at a very positive turning point. And for some of you, there is an opportunity that you're looking at. There's a place you might be going. There's some sort of movement or direction. Anyways, Gemini, those are all the messages I am getting for you at this time. I do hope that this was helpful and uplifting for you. Comment that Phoenix emoji. Really claim this energy for yourself, especially if you've made it all the way to the end here. And might as well hit like and subscribe if you're going to do that. I do appreciate that too. You can also hit the bell notification so you can always stay up to date with what's in the cards for you. And again, I am running a sale on my website. So if you want to start off 2026 on a high note or really just get that guidance or alignment that you need, now is a great time to book. You can get 20% off all of my services using the code Good Tidings. And I will see you in the next video, Gemini. I'm sending lots of love and blessings your way. Take care.